Vegas is going to be changing their long-time slogan that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Good, because that was never true. I'm sure that there are lots of clinics that could swear to that. Also a lot of bankruptcy lawyers. The idea of Vegas as becoming a center for recreational cannabis, things come into mind. Number one is my wonderful city of Amsterdam, which I love. I've lived there. The coffee shops, everything there is a wonderful experience. Nobody needs to go to Amsterdam anymore, with one exception we'll deal with in a minute. The fact is that what happened in Vegas didn't stay in Vegas, because they, by being as aggressive as they were with legalization, and much more, of course, being Vegas in everybody's face than California or Colorado, something like that. I mean, people were going to Colorado because it was the first place where they could go and buy and so on. Vegas now, and because it's Vegas, there are a lot of other, whatever else you like, they've got there. And they do have incredible restaurants, great shows, really cheap, still hotels by comparison. If you don't gamble, it's a really great thing. And some of the dispensaries there are absolutely amazing. Yes, by all means, go to Vegas. Vegas history, of course, as everyone knows, the mafia began gambling there, and it is sometimes hilarious, as long as you don't look out in the desert for the bodies. Great stories about it. Then it becomes totally corporate after Howard Hughes, and again, you couldn't make it up. Now Vegas is really big business, and the gambling business is very tightly regulated, and good for them. It also really restricts public opportunities for you just go out there and open a casino. Well, again, you're getting into a world now where it's much more complicated and much more expensive to open up a marijuana dispensary. Welcome to America. But the fact is that, again, Vegas is anything but a typical American city. That's the whole point. If it were a typical American city, nobody'd go to Vegas. You really do have things that we can learn from Las Vegas, but it isn't a thing that will necessarily be applicable to the rest of the country. If I look back and then think about the decades since the first time I went to Amsterdam, and I almost hyperventilated, then I just inhaled, it is that how the idea of freedom and letting people evolve a system. And again, in Vegas, all of this was done very professional, and it ended up with a very professional system. This is not going to apply to every place else in the United States or in the world. But the one thing that again, is that if you try to overregulate it and overtax it, you are going to end up subsidizing the black market. And that, in terms of objectives for ending the purposes and a way to measure marijuana ending prohibition is by the adverse consequences of keeping it in the black market. Moving marijuana out of the black market should be the number one measure of the success of legalization. Not how much taxes you raise, or this or that regulation, or this or that reparations and so on. Get it out of the black market. If that is your measure of success, all the rest will follow.